Gloria Strode, and welcome to Straightforward. I am so excited to have our one and only Coach Damien Daniels from the victorious Columbus Lions, and we have the trophy to prove that we are the best. Welcome.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so glad to be here.
I know. We had our interview at the beginning of the season, and you were still selecting your team and putting them through training, and you said we're going to get another trophy.
That's right.
And you did just that.
That's right. We was able to put it together and got it done.
I'm telling you, I was just so excited, and we came to the game, and it's like, okay, so when family shows up, you know, people, we have to try to stay in control as to not embarrass you. And so we were all in the stands, and people were just cheering on, and you really put together an awesome team, and Columbus should be proud of you. You are a project of a protege of Coach Flowers.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are a product, of Muscogee County School District.
Indeed.
And so everywhere I go, you know how I roll. I'm telling it.
Right.
Because we have to celebrate our young people like you. And so you kept your word.
I did.
You kept your word.
Oh, yeah.
So the talent that you have, when your players were coming out on the field, you had people from everywhere.
Right.
Tennessee and Florida and Alabama, and
right.
It was just amazing. So for some reason, I was not clear on that when we sat last time.
Okay.
You know, when you said, well, you had to go out and recruit. I didn't know we were bringing in talent from so many places.
Oh yeah, people come from everywhere, you know, and even after the championship, my inbox is full right now for next year, guys trying to get on next year's team.
Really?
So, yeah, that's how it happens. You know, people send me, you know, their game film all the time. You know, I go through and evaluate it, and I decide, you know, if I want to bring them in for a trial or if I want to bring them in, you know, to training camp or not.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't understand that. For some reason, I just was like, "Ooh," I missed that.
Right.
But then when I saw them, and next time, Gloria has to be on the field when they were having them come into for the game, and they were like, "This person is from the University of Tennessee and Alabama and FAMU," and I was like, "What? Why am I sitting way up here? I need to see who these people are." So that's a part of where you are going out and recruiting.
Right.
Okay. So they need to have the film.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it's good to have film, you know, but you can always just come to an open trial. You know, we haven't set the dates for that just yet, but you know, we'll put it out on our league website, and you know, so they have an opportunity to send me film, or like I say, just come to an open workout and show it in person.
Well, good thing about you is, Lord, I have no shame. You know that. You were a player.
Right. Right.
You did not have someone just punch your card and just give you a jersey.
Yes, ma'am.
You went on your own and you earned your place on the team.
Right.
And so you went from being a player to the coach.
Yes, ma'am.
To the Damien Daniels era. You know, we just got so carried away with that. But no, really. And so when you were playing, you were called what, the Black Hawk?
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. Okay, I gotta get that right. Nighthawk. So why did they give you that? Is it because of the way you moved on the field?
Yeah, it was a commentator. We was at a game. I think we was in Huntsville, Alabama, and I had a pretty good first half. I think I had like 2 or 3 interceptions, and the commentator who was doing the play-by-play, he said that I came out of the sky, or I came out of nowhere like a hawk in the night.
Oh, okay.
You know, he made a reference to that, and then when
it stuck.
He interviewed me after the game, he called me the Nighthawk.
Okay.
And after that, it just kind of took off.
Okay, because I just saw where, of course, one of your biggest cheerleaders, your sister, Tanisha, who is a published author as well as a professional.
Right.
And of course, we've had her on the show. But when she was putting it out on social media, she kept saying that, and I wasn't really sure how you got that label, but now I get it. Okay, so you just came out of nowhere.
Right.
Okay. And so in Muscogee County School District, you were one of the great players for Coach Flowers. And he always had these great championship teams.
Right.
And so in high school, Muscogee County, what position did you play?
I played defensive back.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you just perfected your craft.
Oh yeah, I've been playing DB for a long time, pretty much all my life.
Really?
Yeah, I played a few other positions, but I have always played DB.
Okay, and so that's the one that you can train
Right.
people with no skills.
Right.
To know what's
Don't know
supposed to
about no
happen.
skills. You need a little skill.
But no skill.
Yeah.
Gotta give you something to work
Yeah,
with.
you need a
Gotta
little
give you
skill
something
now,
to work
but
with.
yeah, I can definitely, teach
Okay,
somebody.
and so how many people get to be on this team?
On our team, I have a roster of 25 guys that I can have
Ooh, that's
total,
tough.
but I can only dress 21.
That's tough
Yeah,
competition, isn't
so it's a tough decision each week trying to figure out what 21 guys, that I'm gonna dress that
Right.
week, and it changes from week to week.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. So when you were traveling all over, because you played everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
not just Columbus,
Right.
not just in Alabama, you
Right.
were in other states,
Mhm.
because we were tracking you.
All right.
How many people are you taking on the road? The 21 or
21
25?
man roster.
Okay, just 21?
That's it.
Okay. So it's not like, well, we have first, second, third string people.
No, ma'am.
You know?
No, we don't have that luxury. We don't have
We
that
don't
luxury
have
in the
that.
arena. Yeah. So
Ah, okay.
You got 21 guys, so you got to do a good job of kind of being strategic about that, because if a guy goes down, it can put you in some trouble.
Well, see, that's what I was
Right.
thinking.
So,
Yeah,
what we try to do is we have certain guys that we know are going to play this position only, but we try to have a couple guys that can play multiple positions.
Ah, that's
Just
where
in
I'm
case
going.
something
Just in
happens.
case they have to
Right.
put on another hat and
Right.
go over there.
Right. And we had a couple games that we had to do that.
Really?
So,
Yeah. And so with your injuries and all of that, you have a doctor that's traveling with you?
we have a nurse. We have a nurse that goes
Okay.
with us. Actually, a few of them. That
Okay.
goes with the athletic trainers. So
Okay.
they do a good job of keeping us healthy and making sure we're doing the right thing.
Okay. And so, here I go. Are we giving you enough support? Because I just don't think we're giving you, this community.
I don't think that there's a such thing as enough support. So
Okay, but
I
you
think,
could
we
use
got some
more.
Good support. We got some good support this past season, especially the championship game. It
Well,
was
people always want
Oh,
the
yeah.
champion,
It
but
was a
we
lot of
need you
people
to
in the
have the
crowd.
things you need to get to
Right,
get there.
right. But we
It takes a
definitely
lot of work.
We want to build off of last year's, and hopefully we can have the crowd even bigger next year.
Right. Well, the people were good. I'm just talking about the money.
Right.
I want people to just show up so that you can have. I see where you had some business that was doing the food, Mama Somebody's.
Right, yep.
See, I watch everything.
Yeah.
I watch everything that you're doing.
Right.
Even if I don't say anything, I watch it.
Right.
So she was providing food for the guys and making sure they were being fed. But there are other things that people can do that's not necessarily translate to exact cash money, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And I just want us to do a better job of that.
Right. Well, we have to do our job as well, and I think last year everything was kind of so last minute. We struggled with that, but this year we're trying to do a good job of putting it out there as early as we can, so we can have that support.
Okay, because I want to make sure people are doing their part, because we're going
Right.
to get some more trophies.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
what we're going to do is go to our first break to our sponsors, and we'll be right back. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by State Senator Ed Harbison, serving the citizens of Georgia's 15th Senatorial District and on the front lines for veterans every day. Progressive Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1952. The George Ford legacy of high standards continues today in the compassionate and professional services provided. A touch of dignity for those who care. Progressive Funeral Home, 4235 St. Mary's Road. Trusted by generations. Whole Patient Healthcare. Dr. Jada Rimes-Bacote is board certified in family medicine. She believes the best patient care includes practical, individualized lifestyle changes. Located at 1338 13th Avenue, Columbus, 706-641-2080, or visit wholepatienthealthcare.com. And welcome back to Straightforward. I am simply delighted to have the champions from the Columbus Lions, Coach Damien Daniels, and Ken from FAMU, HBCU Excellence. I could tell you some stories about your school before you were born, but I'm going to let that rest.
I still believe it.
So, Ken, what position do you play?
Whichever one they need me to.
So, he's one of those.
Yeah, he is one of those.
Oh, okay. So he's one of the
Yeah.
superstars.
Indeed.
So wherever you need him, is where he goes.
Right.
So when you were at FAMU, what did you play?
Defensive end.
Defensive end.
Yeah.
Okay.
In high school, it was whichever position I needed to play.
Oh, okay. So you was a superstar back then.
Came on my mom.
Ah, okay. I see where we're going with this. Okay. So your experience at FAMU with going from high school to football, it's a whole different type of conditioning and teamwork and earning your place and all of that. Were you prepared, or you had been such a big star in Florida in high school that you didn't realize what you were in for? Because you know FAMU is legendary. I know some of the players from the old school.
No, I think I was brought up that way to be able to, you know, whenever that time came to perform. I was raised by my granddaddy, so he always taught me, you know, always make sure you're ready when your number calls. So I was always knew I had to get my own, even though I was good at it. I'm not one of those guys that I reached this level and I can't do what this guy down here do. I'm gonna treat the janitor the same way I treat the CEO.
Okay, see, your granddaddy raised you well.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
and
didn't
see,
play the radio, so
that's a good thing he didn't play the radio, because at least that helped you to be the man that you are.
Yes.
Not just the football player, but even in life. Because you said, he trained you to treat the janitor just like you would be treating somebody up there.
CEO.
Right, the CEO. And then, of course, you and Damien were teammates. Yeah, so y'all played together.
Right.
So y'all already had a chemistry.
Right.
So, no, that's a good thing.
That is a great
And he knew what you expected, you
Right.
knew what he expected,
Right.
and that makes an awesome combination.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
When it came down to playing, he called me. And honestly, after they, you know, made the decision with the last coach, it was like, who would you want to see? And I was like, man, if you want to keep your team, if you want to win, if you want to do Columbus right, you'll give it to folk.
Really?
If you give it to anybody else, you're probably gonna lose the core group of guys.
Right.
If you give it to anybody else, you're gonna lose it. And you can call them and ask them. I told him, if you don't give it to folk, you're going. And when the decision was made, I was like, I got one more year.
You got one more
I got
year.
one more. I called him and told him, I got you, dog. We got us one.
Right.
And I had money and calls and stuff from other people, but I was like, I got to give my boy.
Exactly. Yeah. Because you all had history.
Yes, ma'am.
And the camaraderie. Yeah. And see, that's what's so important. See, there are some things that money can't buy. And so you all have built a bond already, you know, that all of us in the stand, see, I didn't know that. And then when I first met you today and you told me you were from FAMU, I thought, oh Lord, FAMU. But that's an HBCU story. We'll talk about that off the air. But yeah, so you were committed, you came to Columbus, and how long have you been on the team?
Since 2014. It was my first year. When I first got here, about 4 or 5 games in, made it to the playoffs or whatnot, and we ended up losing. But since then, we've probably been in the playoffs, what you say, 9 years out of the 10 I've been here, and we won 4.
Okay, so you didn't go back to Florida, you just made Columbus your home, and we appreciate that.
A woman kept me here. Yeah. Be honest. What did it say? A woman kept me here, and I was on the verge of going back home. She told me I can't do it.
Right.
I can't do the long distance, and I was like, you know what?
Well, I think you made a good choice. I'm happy that you're here. No, really, I am. And just hearing how your home training, and then your loyalty to your friendship, I think that's very important, and that's what we don't have a lot of. I believe in, you know, when people, you got history and you holding each other down, that really means a lot. And it shows up, even in the regular workplace, not just in the football business, but even in the workplace. Yeah.
You have some disagreements and stuff.
Well, that's life.
We honestly had one this year in a situation, and I know it wasn't, you know, him more so saying, but it was what he was told, and they told him, you know, and all right, dog, we gonna get over it.
Right, and that's what you do.
As long as we get
right,
bait.
yeah, as long as y'all bait, y'all gonna get bait, and we're gonna agree to disagree, and we still family. Yeah, we still family, and we gotta do what we have to do. So with the young talent coming in, how do you help Coach Damien with the young guys? Because you know a lot of them are, You a little older, mature, seasoned player now. So no, a lot of them are very young, and they don't understand.
And I basically honestly try to do what he did for me when I came in. And I learned when I first got here, even though I just came from FAMU, it's a different position. He played DB, I played defensive line. I tried to soak up as much as the game as I could. And a lot of times I tell guys, it's teaching a young guy how to be a pro. Like how to understand your body, how to know when it's time to go and when to shut it down, and know and use your eyes and trust what you see, but you got to also be smart as far as the time when you trash talk. People don't understand. Trash talking, it takes, I'm not finna talk trash to you from the scoreboard, we up 30 points. Well, I don't waste my time.
Exactly, because the scoreboard is speaking for itself.
Exactly. Then when the game is close, I still don't need to waste no extra energy. So it's just teaching guys how to be a pro and how to take care of your body, how to go out in the community and yes ma'am, no ma'am, thank you.
How to represent the team,
how to represent
outside,
yourself
off the field.
Right, and that's the biggest thing, like even when, and he knows that, like he's able to, I know of these guys over here and Ken over here, I ain't got to worry about that side.
Exactly.
I know my side, whoever I room with,
right.
that guy gonna be okay.
You holding it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the young ones can really be off the chain and young. They just really, I'm just saying, we've all been there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so we just gonna stretch it.
And I tell guys, it's not even about the money issue. It's about the way you go about life and how you perform. And football going to eventually end. Right. It's going to end. It's going to end for all of us.
Everybody.
But how can you make a connection in the community or with somebody and say, what, you know, when I seen that young man when Columbus Lions played in New York, now you're back up that they remember you. Now you have that connection and they're able to give you what you need and help you out if you need help.
Exactly. So you left a very good impression.
Yeah, that's what you
exactly. You got to make
First
sure.
impression is last.
Exactly. You got to leave a very good footprint. Okay, then. All right. Even if you went to FAMU, I'm gonna give you that FAMU. I'm gonna give that to you. We're gonna have a sidebar when we go to the break. But what we're gonna do right now is take a break and go to our sponsors, and we'll be right back. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors.
David Benefield at the historic Highland Hall, florist extraordinaire, making dreams come true for all occasions. Visit David and his team today at 1504 17th Street or call 706-324-4881, where happiness blooms. Barbara's Cleaning Service, a 5-star commercial service with satisfied customers in Georgia and South Carolina, built on the principle that every detail matters. Barbara's Cleaning Service, a new season building a family legacy.
Welcome back to Straightforward. I am really enjoying this visit with some of the best talent we have here in Columbus. The Columbus Lions, Coach Damien Daniels, our amazing player Ken from Florida. We have Bay here. We won the championship, and Ken has confirmed what Coach Damien Daniels said. We're gonna get another trophy. We gotta get it. We gotta get it. We just can't stop at one. We gotta get it.
Gotta keep going.
All right, we gotta keep going.
In this area, in this Nighthawk era of coaching, we have, between the both of us, I think we have 9.
Right. And you were telling me on the break, your granddaddy, that race, you was able to see you play and get that championship. So we're very proud of that. The fruit of his labor, he was able to see that all that he taught you, training you up, was not in vain. So we're really very grateful for that. So Coach, you said we're changing to a different league.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, going to the NAL, National Arena League. Like I said, we was in that. Last time was in 2022, but we changed around the last couple of years, so we're going back. This is probably the best league that we played in, so
okay.
I'm looking forward to.
So will that mean we're going to do more travel, or it's a different group of teams?
Yeah, it's a different group of teams, you know.
Like
so,
in high school, when you go to different A2, 3, 5,
right,
A6,
right.
A,
So it's a step above, you know, what we've been playing.
Oh, okay.
So like I say, I'm definitely excited
All
for the
right.
competition level.
Okay. All right. And so when you start the recruiting, we just not looking at local talent. I want to tell people again, because I know people think we understand the process and we don't.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. We're not calling people, putting people on this team that don't have no skills. You just have to come and sit in the audience with me. Is that right, Ken? We must have skis.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, and so when will you start? When does this season, and then when does your camp start? I know you don't have exact dates,
Right. It'll start, well, the season will start around March.
Okay.
So, you know, training camp last year, I think it started like the last week in February.
but, okay.
Yeah, somewhere around
So
there.
people should be conditioning
Oh, yeah.
year
Oh,
round.
yeah. Gotta stay conditioned, stay in
Okay.
shape year round. And we'll, like I said, we'll have a few trials. I plan on having 2 before the end of this year.
Okay.
So I have 2 before the end of this year, and I have 1 in January. So
Okay.
I have 3 trials.
Okay, and those will be here in Columbus.
Yes, ma'am.
At the Columbus Civic Center.
I'm probably gonna do 1 in the Civic Center. I'm probably gonna do the other 2 outside.
Okay.
I like to be outside.
Outside,
Just
right.
because, you know, we got more space, not knowing how many people are gonna show up.
Okay.
And when you're inside the Civic Center, you get, you know,
Yeah.
very crowded.
And it is cold in there.
It is.
Yeah, see, you didn't tell me that when I interviewed you earlier on. And
Yeah,
so,
it is.
by the time the game was almost to the end, my feet were frozen.
Yeah.
And then I thought, no, I wore the wrong clothes trying to match and be cute. So
Right.
now that I know it's really cold in there,
Right.
then we need
Especially
to
around those first games, because hockey is still playing.
and the ice
So
is
the
there.
ice is still down, so that's what,
Right,
yeah,
right.
creates that tension.
Okay, and so we're gonna have 3 tryouts.
Right.
People, if they have a film, they need to be sending the film.
Yes, ma'am.
If they are interested, they have to be conditioning Ken year round.
Right.
We can't wait till the last minute, like me, 2 weeks before I go to the doctor and pretend I'm. And then it's like, I'm not gonna eat any more
Right.
French fries. I'm going to the doctor in 2 weeks.
Right.
That's not gonna work.
No, ma'am.
All right, okay, so then we're gonna have 1 maybe in the Civic Center and then 2 out outdoors, but in Columbus.
Yes, ma'am.
So people need to plan for that.
Yes, ma'am.
So if they don't have a film, then they can just show up.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what we call, is that a free agent, walk
Just open-
on?
yeah, open trial.
Open
Open trial.
trials,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. And so we're gonna do something this calendar year, 2024,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna do something beginning of 2025.
Right.
And the season usually starts around in the
Around
March,
March, yes.
okay. So all of that's important because that is different from what the traditional football.
Right, right.
Right.
Yeah, we try to not to compete with our
Exactly,
football,
and see,
you know.
that's the thing that I had to, when I sat with you last time, I needed to learn
Right.
what this was about.
Right.
Because, you know, I'm a HBCU Albany State girl, that the FAMU guys really used to like us. So, that's the football that I knew, because I
Right.
was in the band.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, you all had a good
Second
band, but y'all
Second
didn't have a
best.
fabulous majoress like me.
Yeah, you
See,
right.
y'all didn't have a fabulous majoress like me, I was the head
It's the
majoress.
best band in the land.
See, but when I came on the 50-yard line,
All been imitated.
I was bringing it though, Ken, I was bringing it.
I believe.
I was bringing it, because y'all didn't have majorettes like us.
Let's get some music playing. See how you feel about it.
Ken, actually, in this studio, I out-twirled Miss America. I actually did. We
She
got
ain't
it on
go to no
video.
HBCU.
I know, but she was Miss America. She had won. She had won. So, I mean, you know, but when I was there at Albany State, we had fire batons. So I can show you me twirling fire batons. See, y'all wasn't rolling it like that. But, you know, y'all got good teams.
I
and good men.
don't the basketball 20 years ago.
But anyway, that's the good thing about the HBCUs. But you are recruiting from HBCUs, you're recruiting somebody who's from what, University of Tennessee,
we had guys
Memphis.
everywhere.
Yeah, I was just really, and as I said in the first segment, I was really surprised that you all came from everywhere.
We got to be able to play ball. That's it. That's all we ask. You ain't got to go to school at all. If you
Really, just
can
got
play-
some
Yeah, if
skills.
you can play ball and you got a little dog in you.
Oh, see, that's the part right there. See, that's
No,
that part.
not
right
that dog. Not the atomic dog.
well, when I think of FAMU sometimes, I think about the atomic dog.
Okay.
But you mean the
You
hustle
got-
and the grind.
Yeah, the hustle in the grind. You ain't got to bring no gold boots or no purple shirt. None of that camo. You can leave that where it's at.
Okay, then, we want skills.
Yeah,
We
that's
want
it.
skills. Okay, Coach, tell people how they can be a sponsor and a supporter. Where do they go? Who do
Yeah,
they
just
call?
go to our website, and like I say, scroll all the way down to the bottom.
So it's
Check out
Columbus
contact.
Lions.
ColumbusLions.net. Go
Okay.
to our website, go to the bottom, contact us, send us an email, and you know, we'll have somebody get back to you.
Okay. Well, I'm very proud of you, product of Muskogee County School District. And of course, I know your parents, I know your grandparents, I even know your great-granddaddy, who was one of the best.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if you talking about a part, I hate you missed him because he was ready. He was ready. He really was. But just good people from a good family. We're proud of you, and it has truly been a pleasure meeting you today, Ken, and very impressed with all of the wisdom and the upbringing that your granddaddy instilled in you, and I'm so very happy as a grandmother of 3 grandsons that he was able to see that his work was not in vain. And so I'm very proud of you all. I will be there cheering you on. And then the next time when you say bay riding in the seat, I'll know that it was a trophy and not some female that didn't have a job. But we will bring you back next year with the second trophy.
With
How's
another.
that?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Trying to get another.
Thank you so much. We're so proud of you. All right.
Yeah.
This has been straightforward. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Until next time, be blessed.
The Autism Hope Center. Diane Pope has dedicated the last 3 decades ensuring that families had support and resources for their loved ones on the autism spectrum. Join the Autism Hope Center for fellowship and resources located at 200 Hamilton Road, Suite B, or call 706-604-6333. Muskogee County Coroner Buddy Bryan. Buddy has set high standards for himself and his staff, ensuring that every citizen is treated with dignity and respect, regardless of circumstances. Buddy cares about crime prevention and is always excited to speak with students and community organizations. Reach out to Buddy at 706-653-3260.
What up, world? What's up, Columbus? Be sure to tune in every Sunday, Straightforward with Gloria Strode, right here on NBC 38.